In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to create a fancy logo intro. Now, there's a couple things we're going to need. We're going to need some screen GUIs, buttons, text labels. We need just a couple of things that make uh, our logo intro look pretty fancy. So as you can see, I am using my base plate template to use my logo intro as a test. Now, of course, if you need to have your Explorer and your properties open. Now, in order to open Explorer and properties, you need to go to View and click on Explorer and properties. Now, make sure these two are turned on. If you see them turned on, they will be here on your right hand side. If not, you only need to click these once and they'll show up right here. Now I need to go back to my home page and I'm going to go into my works, my Explorer, and I'm going to go ahead and get started creating my background and everything that I need. So I'm going to click on Start a GUI and I'm going to click Screen GUI. And for the Screen GUI, I'm just going to click here and put logo screen. So I have my screen GUI now, and the next thing I need is my frame. So I'm just going to go over here, and I'm going to click on frame. And there you see that I have frame, this white square that is in the upper left corner. Now, if I just drag one of the boxes or one of the squares that you see at the edges, I can just drag it and it will fill up my screen. Now, let's just say if I turn off my Explorer and my properties, there you see the other part to where my screen is still a little exposed over here. So I can just drag this square and just fill it up here. Now, it looks pretty good, or I just need to, there we go, fills up there. Now, I need to do the top area. Now, as you can see, the top area is not really covered because right here next to this what's new box, there's another arrow which toggles this visibility of my menu here. So if I click this arrow, there you see that the bottom is now exposed. So I can just basically drag this to the bottom, and that should cover all of my areas that I need to be covered. Now you're probably wondering, how do I open all my screens back? Well, we just do the steps in reverse. So right next to this what's new button right here, just click this arrow and toggles your menu back. Now you're wondering, how do I get my Explorer and my properties back? You just click on View, Explorer, and then Properties, and it brings it all back. Now I'm going to go back to my UI menu because I need to have that open. But before I do that, I need to basically right click on frame and rename the frame to background. So background's pretty good. Now, if I want to change my background color, I can just click right here where you see in the properties background color 3, and I'm just going to make it a little bit of a dark gray color. Now, the next thing I'm going to add is, of course, I'm going to add a image label. Basically, this is going to be something for my logo, of course. So I'm going to drag it towards the upper middle area, and I'm going to rename it logo. So after I name it logo, I'm going to drag it to the background, so it's now part of a background object, and I'm just going to place it right back into the middle. Now we're gonna have to do some things later on because we're doing this as a testing base, but there's some couple of things that we need to do later on to make sure that our logo is placed in the middle properly, and other things are sure accurate as well. Now, the next thing I'm going to add is a text button, which makes it easier because I showed you earlier. If you were taking one of my courses, I showed you the image button, and we're going to add text label, but that doesn't need to be added. So we're just going to add a text button, and I'm going to drag this towards the bottom of the middle area. And I'm also going to change the background color. I'm going to change it to green. This green right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize it. And it's pretty good. Now in your properties, you're going to drag this bar down here. You're going to drag it down to where you see text. Now you're going to need to change your text for your button. I'm going to change the button to start. Change that to a start button. And what I'm going to do is next I'm going to change the size of the text to 50, maybe even more, like 70. And I'm going to change the color from black to white for text color 3. And then I'm going to change the font from Source Sans to Gotham Black. Then I'm going to change my text button to, let's just say, start button. And I'm going to put both of the start button and the logo inside the background, but it seems that I've already added those two inside. So if you have your start button, which looks to be like this, if it's outside of your background frame, you just drag it and drop it inside the background frame, and that should be good right there. Now, you're probably wondering now, how do I get my image to show up right here? Well, let me show you how to do that. You're going to go to Home, and then you are going to go to your toolbox. Now, you might see where in your toolbox, you probably have this page open. This is the page to where you can select models, images, meshes, audios, and plugins. But you want to use your own logo or your picture. So you're going to go to where you see these 4 squares. Basically, this is for inventory. So I would say these are file cabinets. And you're going to see where it says my models, my images, my meshes. This is the objects or your models or images that you own in your inventory. So I'm going to go to my images. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select the image that I want to use. And if it doesn't show up here, your image like these others do, that's okay. What you can do is just right click on the image and copy asset URI. Copy asset URI. Then with my logo selected, I selected my logo now. I'm going to change a couple of things. The first thing I'm going to change is my background transparency. I'm going to change that from 0 to 1 because I don't want that to show up. And then I'm going to change, actually, wait a minute, not the background transparency, I'm sorry. I'm going to change the image transparency. Do I want to change the image transparency? Let's just test it out. Just scroll down all the way down to where you see image, and you're going to basically select your text, and you're going to delete your text that's inside the image, and you're going to paste the URI inside. So basically, it should look like this. Then you're going to press enter or just click away, and there you see that your image shows up. Now, of course, if you want to resize your image, just click on the image, the logo, basically, and just resize it. And if you want to get rid of the white background, all you have to do is go to scroll all the way to the top and just change the background transparency from 0 to 1. That's it. Now, after you have done that, we're going to have to do just one thing, and that is the logo. Now, if you have seen my example earlier, if you have taken my class, my whole logo was black, basically, and afterwards it changed to white. So there's one thing that we need to do, and that is we need to change basically some of the values around when it comes to making our logo change from black to what to appear to this color, basically. So the way we're going to do that is a gradient. So what we need to do is we need to select the logo, and we're going to click right here. This is to add objects in our objects, basically. So we're going to click here, and I'm going to type UI, and what I'm going to select is gradient. Now I've added a UI gradient here inside my logo. Now the next thing I want to do is where you see right here, if you click on UI gradient, you see appearance, and basically you're going to see color. Now what I want to do is I don't want, for the beginning of this, I want to change this color from black, from this color where you see right here to all the way to fully black. So what you need to do is basically click on this white box, or actually click right here, and you're going to see where you can basically type any digits right here. You can change the digits around. Click where you see the 3 dots. So let me show you one more time. Let's do this. Click on the white box just one time, and then click on the 3 dots. Now it's going to bring you up a timeline to where you can do certain things. That means that let's just say you see this time frame. This represents 0. This represents 1. So during this time frame, we're going to basically change it around. We're going to add some timestamps to where we want to change colors. So right over here, you're going to see a triangle. You're going to click this triangle, and that means that if it turns yellow, that's the triangle that we are editing. So we need to change the color from white to black, to fully black. Now, return all the way over here. You're going to see this triangle, and you don't need to make it black. You just keep it basically white. But we do need to add another triangle. So to add another triangle, where you see I have these dotted lines, just click here, and you will automatically add another triangle. Now I'm going to make this area black as well. Now as you can see right here, my logo is now fully black. Now I'm also going to change the timestamp too, because I'm going to make it to where this timestamp is going to be very, very close. Let's just say right about here. Now, if you don't know where the time frame is, you can basically just type it in with these values, 0.0166, and that's it. Now, just close it, and there you see that we have a fully dark logo right here. I'm also going to close my toolbox because I don't need that to open anyway. So, like I said, how do we change our logo from black to back to its original color? So what you need to do is you need to select the background, select background, and click on Add Object Icon, and select Local Script. Now you're going to see Print Hello World. We don't actually need to have Print Hello World. It doesn't really do anything except just gives a message. So we just go ahead and just delete that anyway. So let me go ahead and also zoom in so you can see what I'm typing as well. So basically what we're going to type is, we're going to type a local variable first. We're going to type logo screen equals script dot parent dot parent. Now, if you need to pause the video so you can basically type out every line that I'm typing out, that's also okay. So I do encourage you to type type line by line by pausing the video every time I finish a line. So we're going to go to our next line, line number 2. We're going to type logo screen ignore GUI inset equals true. Line number 3, we're going to type logo screen dot enabled equals true. Then we're going to go down to line number 5. We're going to type local background equals logo screen, wait for child, and background. Now I know you guys are going to have trouble seeing the whole line, so here's what I'm going to do. This is line number 5. Right here, local background equals logo screen, wait for child, background. You wonder what's a child this is a child object inside of a parent object right here. So anytime we add a new object inside original object, that will be a child object. So line number 6, I'm going to type local logo UI equals background, wait for child, and we're going to type logo. That's line number 6. Line number 7 is going to be local UI gradient equals logo UI, wait for child, and we're going to type UI gradient. That's line number 7. Line number 9, local start button equals background, wait for child, and we're going to type start button. Local clicked start equals false. That's line number 10. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see the rest of the words. So we're going to go down to line number 12 and we're going to type start button dot position equals UDIM2 to new 0.37 10. Next, we're going to type UI gradient dot offset equals vector 2 dot new 0 0. That's line number 13. Line number 15. Local tween service equals game get service tween service. Now this line and next couple of lines are going to be very, very long. So I'm going to have to zoom out so you guys can see the rest of the words that I'm typing. So local tween info fade equals tween info dot new 6 enum dot easing style dot quint enum dot easing direction dot in out. This is line number 16. Local tween info hover equals tween info dot new 2 enum dot easing style quint enum easing direction dot in out. That's line number 17. Now we go down to line number 19. We're going to type local fade in tween service create UI gradient tween fade offset equals vector 2 dot new 0 comma negative 1. That's line number 19. Fade in tween play fade in tween dot completed wait, let's just say 0.01, and then start button tween position UDIM2 dot new 0.37 0.5720 enum dot easing direction dot out dot quint 1. wait 0.5 seconds. And then we only got a couple more lines and then we're going to be completed. So we're going to type play, oh no, it's not play, start button, sorry, start button. Mouse button 1 click. Sorry. If clicked start, then return in. Clicked start equals to true. Background position. Using direction dot in out. Dot easing style dot quint 5, and then I'm gonna wait for about, let's just say 5 seconds, and background dot parent destroy. Now this is all what we're going to type. Now make sure that you type it the way I type it, because if you make any spelling mistakes, the script is not going to work. So make sure you double check your work to make sure it work. Make sure you double check your work to make sure everything is correct. So this is all that I need. So I'm going to go back to my my scene. And let's see if it works. Now, before I see if it works, I want to make sure if there's any errors on my part that I need to fix. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on View, and I'll click Output. And as you can see, there's errors right here in my scene. So basically, I could just click on Clear Output, so I can clear all the errors that I see. Just right click and press Clear Output. Now I'm going to click on the play button, and it should work. Okay, there's the start button. Now I'm still waiting for my black background to appear, but unfortunately it didn't appear. So even though my background didn't work, my start worked. So I just have to change things around now. So let's see what I need to do. Let's change around maybe the wait time, and let's see what that does. Okay, so the wait time is still not doing anything for my black background. So let's see what I do need to do on my part, because I believe it has to do something with the color sequence. So I'm going to click on the UI gradient, and let's see what I need to do. I see that I have offset is enabled, color sequence works. Let's change around the rotation to see what that does. Change it to -90. And now let's see what that does if I click on the play button. Okay, so basically it shows up, but my start button is a little off. So that's okay. We can still do some adjustments for the start button. So let's just change around where you see the 0.5 0.37. Let's just change it around. Let's put 0.32. See if that does. Okay, still doesn't. Still isn't little off though. So how about this? Let's keep on just changing the values around. Turn this off. All right, it's almost perfect, so I just need to still change around the values. I'm changing around anywhere you see tween position, and I'm changing around line. I'm just changing around lines 12 and 25. So let's just put 25 here, 0.25 here, and let's see what that does. You see it's a little more off to the left, so just need to keep at it now. 0.27. Let's see. It should be in the middle now. All right, that's pretty good. So if I click on the start button, now you see it looks great. There's my character. Okay, that is pretty much it for how to create a fancy logo intro. So I hope this pretty much helps you out on creating your logo intros for your games. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to join Tech Dev Academy's workshops and camps, and also read some great articles on their blog page.